Hello, today I will be showing you how to replace a LCD screen for the Aspire 5336-2615. The only tools you will need to complete this job are an X-Acto knife and a small Phillips head screwdriver. You can find either one of these if you don't have them at the dollar store, so in addition to this cost of the screen, tools are not that expensive either. Before we start working with any electronics, we just want to make sure that there's no power running through it, so we avoid electrical shock, or messing any circuits. So we're going to unplug the power cord and remove the battery. Okay. Now that we've done that, the next step is to remove these screw covers using the X-Acto knife. Okay, try to put that someplace where you don't lose it like I did. I lost the other one, so I don't need to worry about that. Okay, the next step is to remove these screws. There are only 2 screws on this model, right near the hinges. So we got, ideally if you had one of those magnetized, it'd be nice. There's 1, and there's 2. Okay, and now the tricky part, removing the bezel. So probably your best safe bet is just don't break anything, is reach in the middle and kind of slowly pull out till you hear little pops. And actually, it's kind of hard to explain. You have to, once you get it, you can see what I'm talking about. But pull up and kind of pull in, because they're held into place. Okay. So I went from the side, top, and bottom. All right. Now, okay. Now I don't know if you can see it from here, but there's a screw down here. There's 4 screws holding the frame to the back of the bezel, and there's 3 screws holding the screen to the frame. So you're going to remove all those screws, and so first we're taking off these screws that attach the frame to the bezel. And you don't have to get these, but I have a little tray I just keep them in so I know where the screws came from where. This is such an easy fix, it's not really necessary. Okay, and as you can see, the bezel just came off. Now I already attached, this is the new screen already. I'm just showing you how to do it. It's just a piece of tape holding it. You're going to want to remove as much of it as you can from the back, and then just be careful with this pin, because you don't want to break that, obviously. And just slowly pull that out. Then this screen will completely be free. You're going to, discard it, put it aside, get the new one in. The new one should come with a cover for the front of the screen. If not, have some kind of, they recommend having some cloth or something just so you don't mess it up or scratch it while you're trying to install it. Then you're next going to put the screws back in place. You got the 3 right here, and the 3 on the other side. But since it's a new screen, I'm not going to mess around with that. And then you're just going to put the other screws back in. I forgot to mention, if you're not sure, if you can't remember which one screw goes in next, kind of line up your bezel, and the outside screw is for the bezel, the inside screw is for the frame. Also, this was actually, that's probably what you want to do to figure out which screen you have, because there's a couple of kind of different screens. Mine is one of the newer ones, or more common ones. It has a 40-pin connector in the back, which I just showed you. Other ones will have two cables, one for a 30-pin connector and a light source. So that you just want to make sure you know what screen you order before you get it, otherwise you'll be kind of pissed. Next step is to make sure your cables are all tucked back out of. Okay, so I got all the screws back in. At this point, it's a good idea just to make sure your screen, you plugged it in properly. I put don't worry about the battery, just put the power cord back in and hit this button. If it's new screen, if you didn't properly, everything will light up. So just press it again to cancel. And then unplug it, and then continue to put this bezel back on. Just make sure that their wires are tucked in there, so then you won't have trouble putting the bezel back on. And this time, maybe start at the bottom first, and just kind of press it, make sure it's on, working your way around, back around. Make sure you hear that pop. That says pop back in place. Okay. And then just put these screws back into place. And where did I put that? Put the screw covers back on, but no, I misplaced the other one. So, anyways, it doesn't matter. I'd rather have a fixed screen than missing screw covers. It really bothers me that much. Maybe I'll get some electrical tape and kind of cut a piece to fit over it. But that's all there is to it. It's pretty simple removal and installation. Go put the battery back, and there you go. Hope that helps.